You know that feeling when the crescent moon is sighted? It's this incredible mix of excitement and hope. Ramadan is here, a time for a real spiritual reset. But if we're being honest, along with all that beauty, there can be this weight, this pressure that creeps in.
And this quote, wow, it just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? Ramadan is absolutely brimming with blessings, but there's also that silent, unspoken pressure we put on ourselves to be perfect, to do everything, to not waste a single second. It's a tension so many of us feel, every single year.
And that brings us to what you could call the Ramadan paradox. We start the month with these sky-high ambitions, these beautiful, pure intentions for how we're going to grow. But the execution, well, that can be a whole other story.
Okay, be honest. Does this checklist look a little familiar? We build these massive spiritual to-do lists. And look, these goals are amazing, but they can so quickly turn from an aspiration into a source of stress. We start out strong, and then by week 2, maybe we feel like we're already failing. And that feeling is just crushing.
So, what if we just flip the script this year? What if there's another way to approach this month? A path that isn't about these huge, grand gestures, but about something way smaller and maybe, just maybe, way more powerful.
Welcome to the Power of Small. This is all about finding grace in gentle consistency. It's about choosing a different kind of growth, one that focuses on the depth of an action, not just the sheer volume of it.
And that brings us to our key idea, the microhabit. It's exactly what it sounds like, a single, tiny, totally sustainable spiritual habit that you practice every single day. The key words here are small and sustainable. The whole point is to avoid burnout and actually cultivate mindful growth instead.
I love this metaphor because it's so clear. On one side, you've got the mountain. That's the overwhelming all-or-nothing checklist we just talked about. It's all about intensity. But on the other side, you have the single stone, a gentle, consistent, meaningful act. See the difference? Instead of trying to conquer a whole mountain, you're just focusing on placing one beautiful, precious stone on your path each day. The focus completely shifts from intensity to meaning.
And let's be really clear about this. This isn't some excuse to aim lower or do less, not at all. It's about doing things more meaningfully. It's about channeling our spiritual energy into actions that are intentional, mindful, and that truly resonate deep within us.
All right, so theory is great, but what does this actually look like in real life? Let's get practical and look at some super simple but really powerful examples of microhabits you could start tomorrow.
Let's just walk through these because their beauty is in how simple they are. Number 1, the breath of gratitude. The very first thing you do when you wake up is consciously say, Alhamdulillah, which means all praise is for God. That's it. Number 2, the sip of remembrance. Right before you take that first sip of water to break your fast, you pause and say, Bismillah, in the name of God. Number 3, the kind word. Sometime during your day, you offer just one, genuine compliment to somebody. And 4, the moment of stillness. After you finish a prayer, just stay seated for 1 extra minute, 60 seconds of quiet. That's it. Each one is tiny, totally achievable, and just loaded with intention.
And the real magic here isn't just about surviving Ramadan without feeling stressed out. It's about what these tiny, consistent acts build over time. We're talking about gentle, lasting growth.
Think about it like this. Every microhabit you do is like a little ripple in a pond. It's a small act of devotion, sure, but it sends these quiet vibrations through your whole day, through your whole spiritual state. It becomes this little anchor that keeps connecting you back to your intention.
So what happens when you lay one of these bricks every single day? You end up building something incredibly strong and sustainable. This is not just a Ramadan-only trick. This is a way to build a spiritual life that keeps growing and thriving long after the Eid celebrations are over.
So, what's the big takeaway here? First, please free yourself from the tyranny of that impossible checklist. Just let it go. Instead, try to embrace the deep beauty of doing something small, but with your whole heart. This is how you start to cultivate peace instead of pressure, and how you find real joy in your own gentle, daily growth.
So I'll leave you with this final, personal question. As you head into this beautiful month, forget about climbing the whole mountain for a minute. Instead, just ask yourself this. What single precious stone will you choose to place on your path this Ramadan?